I don't think FSG want to make it work. That's genuinely what I feel. I don't think the owners feel like this Mohamed Salah level of performance is sustainable. And I feel like there's something we don't know that they're seeing in metrics that's stopping them committing the money for 4 or 5 years to somebody who, on the face of it, what we're seeing with shirt sales, what we're seeing with comparable wages with other footballers, there is no real economic sense, from my very limited understanding of this, that supports FSG's stance. This video is being brought to you with thanks to our friends at Surfshark. Surfshark is an app or browser extension that allows you to not only browse the internet entirely anonymously, but also very securely. Surfshark will secure your data with industry-leading measures using uncrackable encryption and the most secure VPN protocols. One subscription with Surfshark will work across all of your devices. I use it for unlocking things like American Netflix. We also use it if we want to watch our Canadian DAZN account and a couple of other bits and pieces. The good news is you can get 83% off. That's right, I did say 83% off. And an additional 3 months free using the Anfield Agenda link in the description. They've also got a really credible and unique 30-day money-back guarantee. If you don't like Surfshark, it doesn't meet your needs, which I'm going to be honest with you, it will and you won't. But if you do, if you want to change, Surfshark give you 30 days to change your mind. Why not give Surfshark a try? You'll be supporting us here at Anfield Agenda and you'll be treating yourself to the best VPN provider out there, bar none. I looked into a really good article today that was wrote in the Echo about Mohamed Salah's brand awareness and about what a cultural and sporting icon he is. And one of the good examples they gave was, I think it was a Bleacher Report mosaic that was put up on the side of a building in New York where it shows Mohamed Salah in his Egyptian shirt, and, you know, very positive, very good piece of artwork, but a striking thing to see on the skyline. It just shows you what an icon, what a cultural icon Mohamed Salah is. And if you put his numbers up of brand appeal and awareness against other top players, here's an example. So a good chunk of those shirt sales have been driven by Salah, with data provided by FIFA authorised Euromerica's marketing agency showing that the Egyptian sold the fourth most shirts in the world in 2021, with Salah 11 having sold 816,000 shirts. That puts him behind only Bayern Munich's Robert Lewandowski, who sold 970,000 shirts, Manchester United's Cristiano Ronaldo, who sold 1.05 million shirts, and Lionel Messi of PSG. What probably will surprise you guys to hear, and it certainly surprised me to read, is that he sold more shirts with Mohamed Salah or Salah 11 on the back of them than Kylian Mbappe, than Haaland, than Benzema, than De Bruyne, than Neymar. He is a cultural sporting phenomenon, Mohamed Salah. He is the greatest player to ever come from the African continent. And look, again, don't believe me, these numbers back it up. He has mass appeal. So from his perspective, you can understand why he feels that he has grown to this stature and that he needs to be paid accordingly, because he shifts shirts. And usually shifting shirts isn't too beneficial to the club. But we know with the deal we have with Nike that we get 20% of those shirt sales. And there's a third-party company that deal with the image rights, and Liverpool pay a third-party company for Mohamed Salah's image rights as well. The money's put in there, and I'm sure he gets his cut or whatever way it's agreed. But that really surprised me to see that. One, I was surprised to see Lewandowski was ahead of him, I won't lie. But secondly, to hear that he sold more shirts than like Neymar, De Bruyne, okay, maybe not a shot, but Mbappe? That is. Because if he sells more shirts than Mbappe, how the fuck is Mbappe commanding the fee that he is at Paris Saint-Germain? Because, okay, Mbappe is a great footballer, but if we're told that these things are affordable because of all the branding and image rights that goes around with it, well, our boy's selling more shirts than Kylian Mbappe. So, again, it's weird to see these things and try and make sense of them. And I can't. You know, maybe there's somebody out there who can help me put these pieces together, but something doesn't add up, does it? You know, if you're talking about wage structures and not being willing to break them, well, if dudes shifting shirts at a rate of knots and Liverpool are earning from that, is there not a little concession on image rights or something that could be done here to help Mohamed Salah's wages without putting it onto a basic wage figure. You know, okay, we can't pay more than, I don't know, whatever they want to say is their cap 250 grand a week or whatever it is. All right, but maybe you can have concessions on if he shifts more Mohamed Salah shirts, then maybe he gets a little cut of that or something. There has to be creative ways that the club can make this work. So my reading of the situation is, I don't think FSG want to make it work. That's genuinely what I feel. I don't think the owners feel like this Mohamed Salah level of performance is sustainable. And I feel like there's something we don't know that they're seeing in metrics that's stopping them committing the money for 4 or 5 years to somebody who, on the face of it, what we're seeing with shirt sales, what we're seeing with comparable wages with other footballers, there is no real economic sense, from my very limited understanding of this, that supports FSG's stance. It can only be the future. And that's the only way I can put this together in my head that it makes any sense, that I don't give him, I don't want to say what he wants because that's not fair either, but like, is 300 grand and more incentive or more of a cut on his own merchandise or image rights, is that going to blow the structure apart? But you know, they love to incentivize stuff. So if his performances keep up and Liverpool are winning stuff, Salah's going to sell more shirts. There's his incentive. You get your cut on top of your goal scoring bonuses, on top of course, your bonuses for lifting silverware and stuff. So my reading of this is, I think, and oh God, who am I to fucking read this? But I'm going to give you my opinion. I don't think FSG want to keep Salah. I think Klopp wants to keep Salah. I've got no doubt in my mind that Klopp will want to keep him, but I don't think our owners do. And this is, look, a big leap, I know. This is just me thinking out loud. PSG finances make sense. It comes from Middle Eastern oil fields. Well, yes, but it makes sense from that perspective, but it doesn't make sense from a business perspective that they're trying to balance the books, because no business can compete with those losses and say that they're there to actually function. I have a hard time believing Mo and Lewandowski sell more shirts than Mbappe. That shocks me. Mate, as I said to you, this is these numbers are provided by a FIFA authorized company called Euromerica's, who are a marketing agency that monitor this stuff. And yeah, that's their numbers. That Messi sold 1.2 million shirts, Ronaldo 1.05 million at United, Lewandowski 970,000, sorry, and Salah 816, which is ahead of Neymar and Mbappe. That's mental. So how do we feel about that now that I've put that across to you? How do you feel now about Mohamed Salah's future at the club? Because I don't think there has to be a blame game here where we like, oh, Mo greedy, club good, or, you know, club bad, Mo good. I think we need to find a middle ground. I will cry if Salah moved to PSG and give them the money he wants because of the things they're doing right now, said GDM. Well, look, that's a big leap as well, because we've got absolutely no idea where Mo may potentially end up. Hannah said, I think in his head he goes on a free to make more money, but says he wants to stay, so there's a better chance FSG pay up. I can understand that strategy, Hannah, because that's a strategy that benefits Salah any which way. Either he gets the wages that he'd be happy to stay at the club with, or he moves and gets the signing on fee that will, again, command him more money. And that's understandable. I'm sure if we were all in that position, you know, we'd weigh up what's best for us, our legacy, our families, our business, and that would be our first priority. You know, we like to think these things are a bit idealistic, that he loves the fans, therefore he's going to lose 10 million quid that he could earn in wages a year. I mean, you know, we've got to remember footballers' careers are relatively short as well. If you get 15 years at the top level in a football career, you've had a pretty good career. We're going to end up getting 35 million for Mane, Bobby, Origi, Salah. That's ridiculous. Yep, it is, Mick. And I can't argue that point with you either. To allow what was the most prolific, most feared front three in recent times to go for a combined 35 million does feel a bit weird. Can't argue with. But again, to flip that on its head, the first thing we say about FSG is they're smart businessmen. They're not idiots. But yet this feels like they're idiots. if they allow that to happen. So there must be a fucking plan in here somewhere that we're just us mere mortals aren't getting to grips with.